So just please have a seat on us, face on myself, and then we go into the introduction. So now you have no left, you have to sit on the floor. So use them. You can take one from me. That's okay. Here, one is the extra. Welcome everyone, Hare Krishna, and welcome to our Hare Krishna temple. We are Hare Krishna movement. It's a very big movement. It's around 40 years old just. It's quite new, but it is exploding quite fast. It's all over the world. We have Hare Krishna temples. It's 3 temples in Ireland. I don't know, but it's supposed to have few of them in Italy as well. And do you ever heard anything about Hare Krishna?
No.
It's nothing completely. You don't even know how they look like this moment. Okay, so I will give you some explanation then. So Hare Krishna is a movement based on an opposite concept to material concept. We like giving alternative way of life. We show people how we can live alternatively without working hard, you know, like without paying taxes, without paying rent, buying food, you know, all these costs go away. And this idea is just to serve. Our business here is just to serve God. So we're like a God servants, but at the same time we live a very simple life. And we have our vegetables, our cows, our food basically. Idea is to be independent from the government, to be independent from the system which is now exists. So basically what we try to do here, we try to have, because you see, human beings don't need much actually. How much you need to be happy? Basically if you have enough food, right? If you have clothing, and if you have a place where to sleep, that's sufficient for you. But nowadays people, what they do? They actually work very hard at job, you know, 8 hours a day, something like this, and some people 10, 12 hours a day. And then you have to pay rent, you buy food, you pay bills, and on the left you remain some savings, not so big savings, and you're really tired. You go to bar and pub, and you go out to club and stuff, and you have very much less time left, money left, and it's actually when your life goes like this. You just work, you spend a lot of time working just to maintain yourself, just to maintain your body basically. Most of the people, I don't speak, some people are richer, some richer, people more poor, but I speak basically what is their life now, how it's going on. So the idea is here that we are independent, we have our own, grow our own food, right? We have our own cows, so we have milk products like cheese, condensed milk, yogurt, buttermilk, different. You can make so many things from milk just. Then we try to do our own electricity, self-sufficiency, and to be completely independent, that we don't have to be dependent on the government. So that's called the simple living, high thinking. That's what we try to do here, is simple living, but at the same time spiritual advancement. Because it's very important in our life to spiritually advance. Otherwise life has no meaning actually. So this Hare Krishna movement was created with the purpose to show society that it is possible to live very happily, without having many problems actually. There's no problems. And at the same time spiritually advance, re-establish your connection with God, improve your qualities, your character, become a first-class personality by qualities. Because nowadays people does not measure anyone by qualities. Everything is measured by 2 things, money and sex. You have enough of money and good sex, you are cool, you have succeeded. You are like doing well. If you don't have this, you're a loser. And that's it. And this is basically measurement now of society. And all these things about the character and qualities and the personality, it's all going from the background now. So actually this is more important. And if you will be a better personality, your life is more happy. And automatically you yourself, you're improving, you're becoming more intelligent. And your life is changing. People around you becoming different. And the relationship with people becoming higher class, and everything. The envy goes away, the greed goes away, the anger goes away. All these things can be actually so nicely arranged that you can happily live without all these intoxications, drinking, smoking, meeting, this gambling, all these things. You can actually live very happily by simple living and high thinking. So this Hare Krishna, what we're offering here, we're not offering such a just living on the farm, and work hard in the garden. That's not what is meant for. Because we're not doing much. There's a lot of people in one place, like 50 people here living. You don't have to work hard. Someone just in the garden, right? 4 or 5 hours a day gardening enough. Someone just cooking food. Someone just receiving guests like me. Someone just driving barge. Someone just chopping wood, It's sort of, everyone is happy, everything is there, and there's no need to work hard. That's an idea behind this. But of course, this Hare Krishna movement is all about God. It's a spiritual science. It's not a religion movement. It's not about some sort of Hindu, some sort of sect, or some sort of strange, weird stuff with some Hindu gods here. No, it's a completely spiritual movement based on the Vedic scriptures. Did you ever heard about Veda, Vedanta, Vedic scriptures? Never heard about this? It's like the Quran, Bible, and Veda. It is the same way, the same authority have. It's very authoritative scriptures. Because it is 4 religions in the world which are accepted like something serious. It's Christianity, Buddhism, Muslims, and Veda, the Vedic knowledge. But this Vedic knowledge is not well known because was available just in Sanskrit language. Did you know about Sanskrit language, what it is?
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit, yeah. Very hard, old language.
Yes.
So this Vedic knowledge was available just in Sanskrit. And 40 years ago, this Hindu man, which you can see here, is our guru. He already died. But 40 years ago, he came to America. He translated this Vedanta, this holy books. He translated into English, and it became available for the Western people, Americans and different Europe later. And basically, what is this book all about? This book's the same knowledge about spirituality, like in Bible, like in Quran. But it is very elaborately, it's very logically, and it's very easy to understand for reader. It is not some sort of stories like in Bible, for example, if you read about snake and apple and Adam and Eve, and the woman made from this river. It's sort of very symbolical. It's very symbolical stories, and it's hard to believe that all, And it's hard even to understand what's happening there, But this Vedic knowledge is like 40 huge books. And it's very elaborately, very detailed explanation about who are we, what our purpose, who we are, what our purpose of life, who is God, what is our relationship with God. And it explains you absolutely everything, becoming from your body, what is your body made of, how it's all working, how is your body is working, what is your mind, what is your intelligence, what is your ego, how all this machine is working, how it's all interrelated, how to establish your relationship with parents, with wife, with friends, with children, how to make your life successful, how to be all the time happy, why do we feel anxious, why do we have war, why do we have fights, everything is a holy scripture, you see. And all you have to do is just by reading these books, apply it in your life, and just try to live like this. And you immediately will see that it is working. It's like a science. But the only thing you have to do is try to do it, read it, apply it in your life, and you will see the result will come. So it means science means what? Observation, experiment, and the result. So you observe the knowledge, you read it, you're trying to understand, okay, I think maybe it's like this. Then you apply what is written here, how you should do, and then you see, is it working or not? Is it changes coming or not? That's it. If the changes don't come, don't read these books anymore, finish about this. But if it is, it means it's working, so you should analyze, study, and try to apply in your life. So this is called science, but religion is different thing. Religion means, I'm going to tell you now, here is God, and you have to accept God. And if you start to ask me, why? Who is this God? Who is He? I will say, it is not for you to understand. It's too much complicated. So we just have to believe. This is called religion, It's different from science. Science means something which you can sort of experimentally prove. So this Hare Krishna movement based around one thing only, actually. It is chanting Hare Krishna mantra. Did you ever heard or saw some people dressed in orange robes with the drums, and they chanting Hare Krishna, and they're very happy all the time, dancing on the streets. They saw them, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's how we are actually. But you see, this mantra is a very special mantra. It's only one mantra in the world which you can chant non-stop. Because we have to chant 16 rounds. I'll show you now. This mantra is on the board. You see, this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And what you have to do, if you want to be Hare Krishna, you have to chant this Hare Krishna mantra like this. Look, here is 108 beats. So we chant like this, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. It's one time. You go around 108 times, it's one round. So you have to do 16 rounds a day. It takes 2.5 hours. And many people doing it for 20 years, 25 years, 40 years. So it's a question, how it's possible to chant something which is, for example, Rolling Stones, you know such a band, Rolling Stones. If you would be chanting Rolling Stones, Rolling Stones, Rolling Stones, you just become mad, you know. Even after 2 hours, because you're not getting any benefit, you see. If you're speaking some words, just mundane words, you're not getting any benefit, you just becoming mental, you're becoming distressed, and you will start to do it after 1 day or 2 days. But this mantra, people never stop. If they start to do it, they just starting, for example, from 1 round, you know, 1 round a day chanting Hare Krishna. First it's hard. Then they start to like it, sort of, you know. They're chanting 2 rounds, 3 rounds. And when you come up to 16, I am chanting now maybe 1.5 years. I'm just like a new monk. I'm not the old. But many people there for 15, 20 years. And you actually like to do it. You like to do it. Sort of wake up in the morning. We wake up in the morning 4 o'clock every day in the morning, and we chant from 5 in the morning till 7, half 7. So the idea is this mantra is very powerful, the most powerful mantra in the world, and it's have a really, it's like a radio connection with God, you know. If you're chanting this mantra, you're receiving a signal, and you get back a response from God. And how it works, if you chant, you start to feel like you're becoming more happy, relief goes away, sort of your mind becomes more sober. Maybe sort of you're becoming more optimistic, more enthusiastic. And the same day, if you chant it early in the morning, if you chant, the same day goes differently. Like you sort of feel like people are more friendly to you, sort of, and the situations are more favorable for you. Changes are there. You can feel it even after 1 day chanting, basically. So if you chant constantly, you re-establish your connection with God. And by chanting this mantra, you purify your heart. Purify your heart means you're becoming more and more good person. You have 24 good qualities, character. You have personality, 20 good for determination, humility, truthfulness, and there's 24 of them, such as generosity. And all of them can be developed just by chanting one mantra. That's it. That's a very simple thing. Just chanting one mantra, and that's it. And you're becoming a better person, you're improving your qualities, your character, you're establishing connection with God. And every day actually it's like a new experience. You're doing the same process. It's like eating. Every day people eat. But it does not make any benefit for you actually, just temporary. But this one every day is new experience because you're becoming more and more purified, more and more clean. And on some time you start to sort of become spiritual person. You become really spiritual. You start to understand very complex things, very subtle things. So it is possible to achieve by chanting this mantra. And we're not chanting it whimsically. We doesn't took it somewhere just from some modern book. It's written in this Vedic scriptures which we're studying. And these Vedic scriptures, they are written 5,000 years ago. So they're even older than Bible, even older. And they've been accepted by Socrates, by Einstein, by, I don't know, a few or 5 or 6 huge, big Western philosophers and scientists accepted them as the highest truth. And they're accepted by mostly everyone, a Hindu saintly person, a Hindu scientist, a Hindu religion person. So it is very strongly background. These scriptures have very strong background. These books are very authoritative. You cannot say some sort of just 100 years ago written some book, you know, just to make some cash. You cannot say that because it is very much cross-references from almost 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. You can find the proofs about the books. It's a better book. It's the highest knowledge spoken by God. That's a big difference between other books. Other books written by followers of God. Even Jesus Christ, he was a son of God. He was preaching love of God. And the book was written by his preachings. But it was not a direct speech of God. This Vedic knowledge is direct speech of God. God was speaking. this knowledge to people, and it was just written up by his followers. He was around him that time. So basically, the books which you follow is as direct instructions of God. There is no human here involved. So that's why it's so powerful. It's really working. It's really truth. It's really real highest knowledge. Highest knowledge. You apply it in life, and it's immediately you see that this is the real thing. So this Hare Krishna, what we do, we chant in this mantra, which makes us purified, and which gives us a lot of energy. Sort of another. For example, we live here, 15 people, right? Different ages, different interests. And if it wouldn't be Hare Krishna, I would even never basically even speak to them, because different people, completely different. But because we have this mantra with us, because we have our own purpose, the connection with God, we live here, we even never quarrel, never ever quarrel. Can you imagine this? Never ever even raise your voice up. We never quarrel, we never have any fights, we never have any sort of anxiety in the head, and like sort of such a harmony can be made just because we have this mantra. So because of this mantra, we get this movement actually able to exist in such a way that is now very peaceful, very nice. We have many festivals, many celebrations, people coming, many guests, all the time preaching to them, and everyone remains very happy with our activity. So actually this is knowledge which is given by God is very powerful, because you can really live very happily, with no problem, with no stress, with no anxiety, and really you can achieve the highest goal of life. And the highest goal of life is go back to God. It's very easy to understand, because we are children of God, right? And we have to come back to God. And now we speak a little bit about soul. Everyone from here believes that we are soul, we're not body. But someone does not believe. Do you all believe that we are actually a soul, spirit soul? Or we have a soul, something like this? Or someone here does not believe at all in a soul? Everyone believe?
In the soul?
Yeah, soul.
I don't believe in soul.
You don't believe in soul. So how do you think?
Anima, sì. Anima.
Anima, sì.
Yes. So you think that inside yourself is no soul. You have just body, that's it.
No, body and mind, but not
Not
an
the spirit.
abstract soul or...
Yeah, I understand. But you see now, for example, if you, for example, Holy Scriptures say us, right? Holy Scriptures say to us, there is a soul, and the soul is a mechanism for the body. It's like driver. Your personality, you are a soul, right? And you are driving this body. If the soul goes away from body dies immediately. That's it. It's like machine without driver. And many examples I can give you. It's like if somebody dies, right? People immediately start to cry. Oh, he's gone. You know, people all the time start to speak, cry and say, he's gone. But if people understand that this body which they see now is not a person, understand that somebody who was in the body, gone. Soul is gone. After that, your soul go away. So people understand, sort of, the body is here, right? People dead, person is dead. But the real person, which was inside the body, is away. And the other thing, if you believe there is no soul, there is some chemical process, body working by chemical process, right? There should be a proof of it. At least one small proof. That there is such a possibility that organism can work without any spirit, just with a chemical process. So if you now, scientist, you believe basically in scientist theory, that scientists say it's chemical process, mind working, everything here, such as arranged. But you see, the scientists cannot make even a microbe. They cannot make any life at all from chemicals. They know every chemical, how your mind working, how your heart, they know all chemical processes which going on in your organism, they know everything. But they cannot make even microbe. Still now, they cannot make it. So this theory, which scientists say to us, that life comes from chemicals, we almost made this life, they don't have a single proof. It's all based on the, like sort of, they just say tomorrow we're gonna make this life, tomorrow. We're 90% already found. But for now, you have no single proof that the matter works without spirit. There is no matter which is alive that can work without spirit inside. Okay, I'll show you some picture. Okay, look. You see, for example, you remember when you were a small child, small kid, like this. A small kid, right? Look, your soul was there. You remember yourself when you was like this, right? You remember yourself when you was 12 years old.
You die and then your soul.
Yeah, but I mean, look, it is not about that now. It's about you living here. You stay here, you see? It's not that. The soul is here. You now, what your age now? This age, something like that. You remember when you was a kid 10 years old? You see, your body already changed. You already don't have this.
But the soul is
The soul is still there. And you remember yourself, even when you get old man, you will be all the time feel like you're young. You will want to dance, you want to go out, but you cannot because the body getting old. So the soul all the time presents that, and after body dies, it just travels to different, so it's different body. It's like an incarnation, it's already proof of reincarnation now. The incarnation going on all the time. Because the body which you had 10 years ago is not already there, it's not existing. It's already changed. Even scientists have proved that every 7 years, all cells in the body is changing completely. So 7 years passed, and you don't have the same body which you had before. So it's a reincarnation which is going on now. Just it's very slow and you cannot see it. But after you die, this reincarnation will be just more gross, more like hard, you know? You're just gonna change the body completely. And that's it. So I just finished almost, don't worry. Not gonna take longer. I just want to finish my point. So what are you doing here in Hare Krishna actually? Why all this thing is need for? Why all this chanting? Why all this improving? Why all this healthy living, easy, simple living, high thinking? Because here we are solving two problems, which is nobody else solving. No religion solving that, no movements, no communities, nobody. The first we know who's God. We know exactly who's God. From the scriptures, God is a person and He spoke to us knowledge. So we know it is about Him, everything. And the second, we know what is our goal of life. What is the goal of life? If you come wherever you go in some different religious organizations, they basically cannot make it like they cannot explain you in such a way that you will understand exactly what is your goal of life. Why do you live? You know, why all this thing needed? Why I have to, go and learn something and marry and then buy this house and everything? Why do I need this? Anyways, I'm gonna die after, I'm gonna die. So what the point? And nobody can explain actually this. So we Hare Krishna, we know this all problems and we know how to get out of them. It's all spoken by God. So our four problems is death, old age, disease, and birth. This is a real problem because we're gonna die. You see, we're gonna die. It's not long left actually. How much we're gonna live more? 30 years, 20 years. Maybe I die tomorrow. Maybe I have a car crash. Any moment we can die. Any moment. But everyone living in such a way that sort of everything okay. We're gonna live forever. We're gonna take a mortgage. The mortgage 20 years. Working hard. Then we die even before paying out this mortgage. So idea is that people are gonna die anyways. It's a big problem. And nobody's solving it. People just try to grasp as much as possible in that short period of life which they're living now and before they die. That's it. So idea is, you see, if you're living a certain way of life, you can, after you die, your soul will not travel to different body. Your soul will not go like this. Because you all the time have to take birth, then you're getting old, then you die. You take birth, you're getting old, you're getting diseased, and you die. Your soul travels further, and it's non-stop like this. And you forget everything. You die now, you're gonna again learn how to walk, learn how to write, learn how to do everything. Then again, you have to go with problems, many problems in life. You have again, and then you die, and it's going non-stop. So idea is, if you're following this process which you're living here, which is given by God, on the end of your life, you're not gonna go to different body, but you're gonna go back to God. It means your soul will not take any more gross matter body. Your soul will become pure, spiritual, and goes back to God. And where God lives, there's no time factor. It's no time factor means it's no death. It's no time, it's eternity. It's eternal happiness, eternal bliss, eternal knowledge, and eternal life. It's no old age, no birth, no disease, and no death. So this is the four problems which we have here. And this is a solution given by God as a spiritual life. Because you're taking a new body because of your karma. Karma means you're making some actions and you're getting reactions. You do something bad happens to you. You do something good happens to you. It's like mathematics. It's called the law of karma. So as soon as you're doing any activity, good or bad, doesn't matter. You can do very good, be very pious man. You're just gonna go to heaven, nice heaven, but anyways, you're gonna be like this. Your soul gonna take a body, heavenly body. very nice, good-looking body. But it will be matter. It will be matter. In heaven, you have to die also. After some time, you die, and you go back to earth again. Or you go to hell if you're very bad. You live again in hell, very bad, very hard, very painful. And you go back again. And it never stops, whatever. In heaven, hell, or earth. Or middle value. But if you get rid of karma completely, your soul don't have any taking over. But because your karma prepares you next body. Who you, bad you or good you, it depends who you're gonna take birth next life. If you're very bad, you may be born in Africa next life. Some old small kid, you're gonna get died in 5 years old, shot in some war. If you're very good, you may be born in a very rich family next life. And then very, very rich kid and partying and dancing and then you're gonna go to hell for that. Because you're not using your life properly. So you see, it's gonna never stop. So what you have to do is get rid of karma. Get rid of karma is just one way, if you serve. If you serve God, there is no karma going for you. But if you live for yourself, enjoyment. If you want to enjoy yourself, just for myself, karma going on for this. So it's like this. If you do things for yourself, doesn't matter, even for your children, you do it for their senses. You won't give them food, you want them just to eat. You just satisfy the senses. If you satisfy the senses, karma going on. If you just serve God and doing it not for your senses but the pleasure of God, karma is not going on. It doesn't create it. So what we're doing here, by chanting this mantra, you burn your all previous karma. You're just chanting, and the previous karma getting burned off. And by living the type of life which we're living here, it's called service. Everything we do is for service. Everything we do is just for pleasure of God. So if you're living that type of life, it doesn't create new karma. So on the end of life, you don't prepare a new body for yourself, and your soul is free. That's it. You go back to God. So this is what I want to tell you. And any questions?
No.
Everything is clear, nice and easy. Yes.
And if you are ill or you need a some medicine, doctor, what do you do?
Go to doctor. No, you see, we're here following some sort of type of life, but we don't such a like some sort of traditional, no doctors, no nothing, we just like shamans or something. Not like this. We sort of trying to reject everything which is not favorable for us. Everything which is not favorable, smoking, drinking, some politics, some TV, some gambling, some sport, we're just doing for nothing, just basically kicking some ball, there's some things which makes no use, worthless things, wasting of time. We just get rid of this, and we do everything which is beneficial. Which is beneficial means something which benefits your soul. Because people all life, they live in what? They just maintain their body. They feed their body, they making their body look nice, spray with the perfume, they making their body sleep, rest, good, watch TV, watch some nice videos, listen some nice music. Wait a second. and then at the end of the life they die, that's it. All this progress which made for body is gone forever, that's it. It's no useless waste of time. But if you do things for the soul, beneficial for the soul, benefits for the soul means service, because soul wants to serve. It's a real nature of the soul, service. And everyone knows that, because people like to serve. You like to serve your friends, doing good things for your friends. Even a job. When you work, you like to do your job nicely. You like to serve. It's all service. But difference is, you're serving your boss, you're serving your country, you're serving in army, you're serving everywhere. But the difference is, you have to serve anyways. So why not to serve God directly? Because if you serve God directly, He loves you, He gives you happiness. But if you serve boss don't care about you. He just pays you wage, He just wants you to make my job, that's it. And even if you do something nicely, boss will don't even see it, He don't care, He just shout at you. Do something more, So it is like sort of, the service is not appreciated. You're not appreciated. But if you do service for God directly, your service is appreciated. So if you do benefits, if you do activity which is benefit your soul, because soul is eternal, soul is never dies. After next life goes next life. So any benefit which you make for spiritual, on spiritual platform, on spiritual field, goes together with your soul. For example, now you came to the temple. Let's say it's only one thing you made in your life. Go to temple now, and after that you become some drug addicted person. I just give an example. And you just die after 5 years somewhere in some motel, This whole activity will be burned off. This is no useless. But this time when you came to temple and you was listening about God, let's go together with you for next life. And next life you will get a chance. Somehow it will arrange that you will again will be nearby temple. And you will have the chance again to will see the books, to start to read the books, to learn about this knowledge, to learn about this pure spiritual highest knowledge. You will get the chance again. Because its benefits which you're doing now, they go on with you. If you're not complete your goal of life now, you can finish it in the next life. It goes with you together. Spiritual progress goes with you together next life. Material programs all burn off, you just get karma, bad karma mostly. Because we have 4 rules here in Hare Krishna as well. Very nice rules actually, just don't do what is bad, you know. No intoxications, means no cigarette, no vodka, no smoking, no tea, no garlic, no onion, everything which can your brain intoxicated. Working faster or slower or make it duller. Then second rule, no killing. It means no meat eating, no fish eating, no eggs eating, no killing, no violence. Because if you kill someone, it means you how you can love God, how you can love someone if you kill him, you know? It is like opposite thing. Because in the Holy Scriptures written, the killer is everyone who is killing the animal, who is preparing the animal, who is selling animal, and who is eating animal, all the same killers. They share the karma. You're getting bad karma as well, you see. So it's second rule. Third rule is no gambling. Gambling is everything which just makes you passionate. Everything which is, come on, you know, just don't know what's going to happen next, and you're sort of waiting, some football, you know, and some politics, and this is no good, because it's making you passionate, and you cannot understand knowledge about God. You have to be focused and peaceful, and correct. And the fourth rule is no illicit sex. No illicit sex means you can have a wife and your own family, but you cannot sort of, you know, find a lover and things like that. You cannot even have some girlfriend, you have to marry, that's it, you know. So it's a sort of proper rules, and people before was living like this, like it's normal thing, you know. And all you have to do is follow these 4 rules, chant this Hare Krishna mantra, and that's it, and you're a Hare Krishna monk. And it's very happy life, because here we have many festivals and celebrations, we all the time singing songs, chanting mantras, doing much activities which is very connecting people together. So, okay, one last point I tell, and we can finish. And you're interested to see the garden, maybe, which you have. Garden?
Yes.
Okay, so one last point I tell, the most important as well. 5 more minutes and we go. Oh yeah, you want a question, sir?
For the women, is there another monastery?
Where? Here?
Here or in the
In Dublin, and in Belfast.
Nice rumors. It's only men here? Or
No, it's a woman as well.
okay.
But we sort of separate waters, you know, separate waters. And in the morning when we're singing, chanting, woman one side, man other side, woman all dressed in the long skirts. And women are very like shy, you know, they're not walking some sort of like dress, like some strange, you know, movements they don't do, like some flirting, you know, they don't do this. They're very shy, like humble. So that's it. So we can live together. They do not agitate us. Does not agitate us, you know, because there is some monks are not married here. They're not married, of course, and even if you're spiritually advanced, if you start women around walking, you know, it's not good for being monk. But we have families as well here. Somebody who can marry, they can marry. We have 3 families living here, and we have 2 children living here. So it's not a problem. You can get married if you want. There is not some sort of... You can be a monk on your own, and you can marry if you want. You're still a monk, and your wife's still a monk, because you're all following the rules. Your wife chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and she following 4 rules, and you following 4 rules. So it's the same monk, just family monk life. And it's very easy to do actually. First it looks hard, you know, what are you going to do, you know, no TV, no nothing. But it's very happy life, you know, all you have to do is try. And it's no need to go to actually to temple. The temple is a very nice way to do to spiritual advance, but you can do it at home, you can chant at home, you can wake up early at home, you know. It's very easy to apply it in your everyday's life. So you don't need to change many things. And it is a science, you have just to try, you see. I'm not saying to believe something here. Just to try. It's like, I have tried it already. Everyone around tried it already. All many monasteries around the world, they tried it already. People happy. If you go on YouTube and type Hare Krishna, you will see many people just dancing, singing. They're all the time happy, you know. And this happiness is not some sort of strange religious, like, you know, some strange stuff. No, they're really happy. The people really feel pure, nice, good quality happiness. That's why the singing this mantra makes you so happy, so nice, so peaceful. And
so you don't watch television?
yeah,
Do
because
you read newspapers?
you see,
internet now.
We can use internet, but we use it targeting, what we need to know, just what we need to know, something. But if you watch TV, usually you don't see anything valuable, It's all the time some drama, some
Well, I was
nonsense.
thinking more about current affairs and what's going on and the rest of the works on it.
Sort of, it's no need. Like, I'm living here 1.5 years, I didn't even know that there is some summit, was a Fermanagh was some big summit here.
Yes, that's
I
right.
didn't even know that. Nothing happened to me, sort of. If it's some work starting or something, I may know it, of course, I need to know it. But if some politics, making some games, some economy are gone, what just make no sense for me, it's just waste of time. And what I wanted to say, one more thing here. About God, one more thing about God, yeah. You see, we are the only one movement in the world which is accept God as a personality, as a person. Because Christians, they have a concept of God, Jesus Christ, Son of God, Son of God. And many people say Jesus Christ is God as well. He's God, He died for you, He's God. And if they don't say Jesus Christ is God, they don't know who is God. If you come into church and ask me, who is God? I want to know who I'm serving, who is He, who is He? I don't know, you're going to say that God is the Son, is the Father, and the Holy Spirit. And you ask, who is the Holy Spirit, And they're not going to answer you, they don't know. So only Hare Krishna we know, which is the God's personality, because it's very easy to understand. Very easy to understand because everything what is everything which is created, all creation have a creator, all designers have a design. All design have a designer. It's like everything what is made by man, for example, you see this clothes, this floor, this house. You understand immediately, without even any questions. You understand immediately without even any questions. You don't see this. You don't have any questions even that there is something can be made by no one, by some sort of energy, right? You understand that everything what is made here is made by some intelligence. Some intelligence was behind the creation. It should be. And if we come up to the tree, for example, who is creator of the trees, of the nature? Who is creator? Somebody had to create because it's very nice design. It's very nice to look. And it's very nice looking, and it's growing, and it's working like a very advanced mechanism. Nature is a very advanced mechanism. Like our body is controlled by the soul, the same way nature is controlled by someone. So who is this one who created this nature? So that's why other people don't say. They say nature works automatically. Nobody created, it's just automatically working by itself. Like you were speaking now. There is no soul, there is some brain just and something working by brain and stuff. But it is sort of have no any fundament. It's just empty. You just say it and you just cannot even small proof give. The same about the nature. It cannot be created by not a person. We don't have even a single proof that something would be created by not a person. Everything what is created, it was a person behind. Even electricity now, you have electricity like push on a button, it comes up, it's going automatically, but there is some person who pushing button, some generator, something there still. There is nothing, comes from nothing. So the God is person, and his name is Krishna. He was 5,000 years ago, came up to the earth, and he gave us, spoke us this knowledge. 5,000 years ago it was written, and now we are actually following this knowledge, and we're living by this knowledge, given by God, and he's his eternal consort. Because God, he's not alone. He's not like people think some God, some old man sitting, on the sky, some sort of a lonely man, such a God. No, the God is like it's the same principle as a government. Government have many ministers, have many sort of, different bodyguards. So God as well, he have his eternal consort. He have a huge amount of his servants. He have his friends. He have the whole like a government, Like the whole thing. And we worshiping God as a person. Why? Because God say, if you want to worship me, right, you have to address me somehow. You cannot worship me without addressing some fog, or some sky, like, oh God, give me some bread. You don't know even who you're talking to, like. So it's not good. God say, you can make form of me, from wood, from marble, from metal, from clay. If you make a form of me, and if you start to worship me as God, I will come there. And I will let worship me directly. So this is not a dummy. This is actually God himself, because in the Holy Scriptures written, if you want to worship me, make a form of me, and I come there. And then you can make a direct contact. You like your prayers have power because you are addressing personality. You have a personal contact. Like I'm speaking to you now. I'm speaking to you like person to person. And that's the only way we can have a contact. I'm not going to speak to you like this, some shit. So there's a difference. And you have, your prayers have power and you have connection with God. And after some time, when you chant this mantra, after some time, if you do it every day, because we do it every day, you purify your heart and you start to like feel that God is there. Connection is coming up. You sort of start to feel, yes, that God is there first. Then you start to have like stronger connection. And after some time, you have a firm faith. Yeah, God is there because you start to see Him. Not with the eyes, but like spiritual vision came up. It's all available to achieve. All you have to do is read the books, follow the instructions, all given how to do, how to live happily, how to live nicely, and how to achieve the goal of life by such a living. So that's it. And that's it, I think I'm finished now. Any more questions? And we can go and look the garden. One more thing, if anyone gets interested in what I'm speaking now, or if everyone wants to know a little bit more, because it's not possible to speak a lot. I don't have much time. I just speak basics of the basics, very short now. It's like 50 books or like 50 books like this we're studying. It's taking basically all life. You can study this all your life, 50 books like this. But there is one book called Bhagavad Gita, which is actually spoken by God Himself. So this book is like a condensed knowledge. What I was speaking now to you for this maybe 1 hour, it's like maybe 20 pages of the book. So you should understand this knowledge is much more about, you may know about yourself more, about your mind, about your intelligence, about your abilities, what you can do actually, how you can progress yourself, how you can become a highly intelligent person. All of this book. So if somebody wants to take the books, you can take the books from us and we don't charge the price, we just ask for donation to help us print these books more, because we are printing them ourselves. And this is our preaching. This book is our preaching because I cannot speak to everyone like for hours. But book you can read and this will replace myself speaking for many hours. And the idea is that you can apply it in your all daily life. It's a practical thing. It's a practical scientific knowledge. So if you read these books, it's not you just read it and put it in a shelf. You can really apply something and your life will change. At least a little bit, but you can change something. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We can go now and see the garden. focusing right, okay, you're this for one day, next day you're this. You're getting this. Here is, do you believe in the voice of life? What do you mean believe? Come dice, come dire la regola, diciamo, da noi si può dire che